What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today is going to be an interesting one because I've got an interview with a good friend of mine. I've been talking to him for quite some time, but what's quite interesting about this man is that he's actually built a niche, a website of where he monetizes his site in a particular niche and clears over $1,000, I believe, per month, or £1,000. Either way, there's a lot of interesting information that I pull and extract from his brain in this video, and it's just to give you an idea of what kind of things you can do and build and what kind of avenue you can go down, and hopefully you can get a few useful tips that you can apply to your business as well. So I won't bore you any further. We're going to get straight into this video, and as I said, if you are new, make sure to subscribe firstly, but as I said in my last video, I'm going to be doing at least 2 to 3 videos per week again to get this channel really skyrocketing once again. All right, thank you for all of you as well that have recently come to this channel, and I look forward to just, you know, building this community and this family as well. Let's get into it. Today I've got a very interesting guest on the channel. I've got a guy called Nick. How you doing, Nick?
What's up? Hi, Leon. Yeah, not too bad. Thanks for having me on.
All right, brilliant. Yeah, Nick's a good friend of mine. We've been talking for quite some time through Facebook groups and whatnot. We're both in the AM Ninjas group by Warren Wheeler. But what we're talking about today is how Nick has managed to cross over £1,000 per month through affiliate marketing with a blog website. So I'm just going to ask you a few questions today, Nick, and just really honing on your strategy and your approach to how you got your site profitable or sites profitable, and just a general approach and outlook to, you know, blogging or affiliate marketing in this way. All right. So I just wanted to get to know you a little bit more, and exactly, you know, what do you do for a living outside of this, or is this your main thing that you do?
Yeah. So, yeah, this isn't what I do for my full-time work. So full-time, I actually sell products on Amazon. So I haven't always done that. I used to be an estate agent, so I worked for the family business. But about 2.5 years ago, me and 2 of my really good friends got to a point with the business, because we've been running it sort of a couple of years, about a year and a half. We're able to leave, quit our jobs, and get an office. So that was the start of me becoming interested in making money online, selling things online. And yeah, I started learning about affiliate marketing about 18 months ago. And yeah, pretty hooked. I love, you know, SEO and anything organic. I'm not too good with paid affiliate marketing methods. I've done a little bit, but it's more the organic sort of side of things that I'm really, really interested in. So yeah, that's sort of how I got started with it, I suppose.
Brilliant. All right. And what kind of made you choose to get involved with affiliate marketing opposed to sort of directing your efforts into your existing successful business with Amazon FBA?
So with Amazon, so what we do, a lot of what we do is private label. So we have our own brands that we manufacture and sell. And a lot of responsibility comes when you're selling your own products. And when I learned about affiliate marketing, was very interested in it because you don't need your own product. The whole aim of the game, as you all know, is you're promoting other people's products. And I thought, well, I like that. I like that as another sort of way of diversifying what I'm learning, what I'm doing. And, you know, I enjoy the sort of community aspect of, you know, building an audience as well. So I thought, it's something I don't know much about. I know people are having big success with it. And, you know, you hear about these people that are doing millions a month with affiliate marketing. And yeah, nowhere near those sorts of levels myself. But that you know, that's the aim probably one day, you know, to get to those sort of levels. But yeah. Brilliant.
And just to give you a tip on that, there was an interview recently with a guy from Empire Flippers, and he was interviewed on, whose channel was he on again? I'm not sure if it was Doug Cunnington or someone, but basically he was giving tips on one of the highest multiple selling sites at the moment is with people who diversify through Amazon FBA products, like they're actually referring people and getting traffic to affiliate websites. Like, so they're monetizing with affiliate products and with their own affiliates, FBA store as well. You know, so sending people over to Amazon and making the money through their own personal products.
Got you.
And also through affiliate products.
Yeah.
And it diversifies the income of the site. Yeah, so it might be something you would want to look into, being that you have obviously experience in both fields.
Yeah. The other thing as well with Amazon is they're the biggest company in the world. Because so much of, our core business initially, we've got a couple of Amazon accounts now, but initially everything was in Amazon's hands. So if Amazon decide to pull your product or, something happens, your income can disappear overnight. And you're going to be waiting until Amazon says it's okay again. So I wanted some control, I suppose, as well. Yeah, just to touch on that again.
All right, that's fine. So how did you learn to build affiliate websites, and who did you learn from?
So actually, I sort of started learning about it. I went onto Facebook and I thought, I'm going to find a Facebook group because I've just found Facebook groups to be probably the most useful source of information out there. So I found Warren Wheeler's Facebook group, Affiliate Marketing Ninjas. And like you say, that's where I think me and you started talking. And there's also another website, another Facebook group, Affiliate Website Builders. I think we're definitely both in that one. Recently, I've done one of Frank Hatchett's courses. I know you've reviewed that, I think. So those
several times.
Yeah, I bet. So the main guy definitely is Warren Wheeler. That's where I've learned, to build a website from scratch. I suppose, and the writing side of things, I've done a lot of it myself. So trial and error, looking online. I've read a few books about, persuasive copywriting and things like that, but just learning as I go along.
Brilliant. All right. And what's your strategy for, your long-term goal in that sense for your affiliate blogs? Yeah. Okay. Do you want to build like a big, massive site, or do you want to build several of these and have like a portfolio down the way, or sell them off? What's the plan?
Yeah, I mean, so different sites, we've got different strategies in mind for different sites. So our main affiliate site is around, a particular health related topic. And we just want to build that probably to a point where maybe we hit, I don't know, maybe around 10,000 a month in affiliate earnings would be a great benchmark, and then probably consider selling it. Alongside that, the strategy for almost the community website and the YouTube channel that I've started is called E-Business Boss. And that, I want us to be maybe considered as an authority in the years to come in, learning how best tips and tricks for selling things on Amazon, a community of Amazon sellers, I suppose, and any people that want to make money online. But that site is more of the long-term, I want to build a big brand, something useful for people.
And what do you share on that? Is that tips on affiliate marketing or Amazon or what?
So majority of it is tutorials, how-to. So, things like how to remove negative feedback, how to do your Amazon FBA product research. A lot of it is tutorials. We do also review different products and bits of software that we use. So it's a real mix. A mix, I suppose.
All right, then. So what we're going to do next is get into your strategy of how you build these sites. So what I'm going to ask you right off the bat is, do you use expired domains or do you use brand new domains, like, just that you go and buy? Yeah,
so we've always used brand new domains. I don't know too much about, I know the method of using expired domains and it giving your site a bit of a boost, and you can get out the sandbox quicker if you like. But I've always used fresh domains. I don't know anything about, you know, private blog networks or expired domains. So yeah, it's always been fresh domains.
Brilliant. And are you affiliate based with your sites, or do you like mix in some ads and other things, you know, building an email list? Like, what's your approach with that?
Yeah, the majority of it is affiliate links and email list building. So I've never actually gone down the route of you know, banner ads or you know, ads, anything like that. But I think probably at some point, maybe for the health site, we might well consider it. Definitely, but it's not really a topic I've investigated, to be completely honest with you. So yeah, majority of it is just links and email marketing.
Okay, that's understood. In regards to your health site, what I want to do is we focus on that for the rest of this conversation, just so people have something to reference all of our, you know, kind of tips on. Yeah. Okay.
Definitely. Yeah.
So, in regards to, you know, you going into the health niche now, for most people, that's a highly competitive niche, you know, so that's something that a lot of people would veer away from in that sense. What is it that led you to selecting that niche, and how do you go about niche selection in general? Yeah,
so without sort of giving away the exact niche itself, it was a health issue that I had quite close experience with. So it was basically, you know, a pain, a topic that I knew very, very well, and because I'd suffered with it myself, basically. So, and I like to use that, you know, mindset, I suppose, when looking at any potential site or topic for a potential blog I might build. So number one, I like to make sure I've got an interest in either writing or talking about it. Two, maybe an interest helping people with that particular topic. Or yeah, three, just something that I've had close experience with. Because although I don't write all of the content myself, I do where I can, but I need to make sure I know if the content is good or not. And if it's genuinely helpful. I think, like, as you know, when you're writing a lot of what we do is research writing. So going out, researching about the topic, making sure what we're saying and what we're putting out is correct. But they're the three main things really I look at when looking at a potential blog idea or niche idea, I suppose.
Brilliant. And just to hone in on that a bit more, once you've kind of identified those areas that you'd like to get involved with, is there anything that kind of helps you to make that decision, like to tip over the edge and actually get involved with it? You know, is there anything that you go to, anywhere that you go or use or anything like that?
So, yeah, I like to, before I decide on anything, I always like to qualify that there's enough traffic. And, you know, affiliate products in that particular niche. So I've used, I mean, nowadays I use Neil Patel's free keyword tool. I've used AH.
What's that tool called? Sorry.
So Neil Patel's keyword tool. I know he's a big SEO, well-known guy, but he's released a tool recently, and it's free, and it helps you qualify search traffic. So Neil Patel's keyword tool.
That was it. Uber Suggest, isn't it?
Uber Suggest, that's it. I was just thinking Neil Patel, but that's it. Uber Suggest. So nowadays I use that.
That's all right.
And once I've qualified that there's enough traffic.
And that's a free tool.
Yeah, it's free. I mean, I'm not really sure. I think the whole reason he's built it is maybe for just awareness of his own personal brand, but it's definitely worked because it's really, really popular. Alongside, you know, the traffic, need to make sure there's affiliate products that I can promote. So I haven't really, I mean, I've done a little bit of Amazon Associates, but a lot of the products and affiliate products I talk about will need you to have a direct relationship with the manufacturer or digital product or service provider.
The vendor.
So, and I found that with those affiliate programs, they're a little bit more You know, with Amazon, you can earn up to 8% per commission, which, don't get me wrong, isn't terrible. And with the volume, you can do really, really well. But I do like to look for reoccurring commission schemes where I can, because it takes the emphasis off, you know, the month by month, you know, because you're building up a bank. If it's a good tool, which is the other thing, I need to make sure that it's a decent tool. A lot of the time, these people will let you have free use of the tool, or they'll send you the physical product, especially if you can show them you've got a little bit of traffic in your niche. The other really useful site that I like to use to almost start thinking about my site's silo structure and how I'm going to set everything out, more for article ideas, I suppose, is answerthepublic.com, which I'm sure you used. You can put in your main seed keyword, and from there they can give you loads of questions and different things that people are putting into the search engines around that topic, and then you can create articles to, you know, answer it all. But yeah. That's
great. That's great. All right. Just to give you a note, if you have got time, I'll keep you for a sec anyway. To just get some more information, because I know we did do a video on Nick's channel as well, guys, that I'll link out to below this video, just for you to go and see more details on Nick anyway. But also, if you wanted to see the video that we did there. But on my channel, they love the long videos, and that's for all of you who are watching this. You know, love those hour-long videos and whatever. But we ain't going to take that long, because Nick's got stuff to do. He's a busy man. But anyway, so what's your kind of price ranges that you go for on affiliate products? So is it like that you just look for the reoccurring? And I mean, those are high ticket in that sense, you know, because they accumulate over time. So is that your main focus?
Yeah, so I suppose with the actual affiliate products, normally they're going to range between £50 and £1,000 or dollars. A lot of it is dollars. So if I mean, obviously products that are costing $1,000, people are going to need a lot of warming up to actually buy that product. So a lot of the time, people are going to read your article, might click on your affiliate link, but they'll probably go and check a load of other resources, meaning they might click on someone else's link before buying. So I normally save those products for my email marketing, where I have delivered, you know, maybe 7 or 8 useful bits of information or free value before saying, also, you know, why don't you check this out? If I really feel like it could be something that they'd find useful. With, you know, ClickBank, it's quite a good program to use. I mean, the products are a bit, I can only really think of 1 or 2 products on there that I'd actually promote in relation to the niches that I've been involved in, because the product quality is, you know, quite poor in some cases. But there it's pretty cool, because you can get between 40 and 50% commission. But yeah, guys, I think the reoccurring affiliate commission schemes out there are brilliant, because as an affiliate marketer, if you think, well, how many conversions am I going to get this month? And every month you're like, right, okay, how many this month? Well, if you've got a bank of them building up, even just adding 5 or 10 or 20, you can see things just start to snowball. And yeah, that sort of gives you a little bit of insight into the affiliate product side of things. Hopefully that's
brilliant. Okay, and what's your keyword strategy? Like, how do you pick keywords? Because I know obviously depending on those products that you're promoting will depend on the keywords that you go for. So how is your general approach if you were sitting at the computer and you're about to get started on a particular topic? How do you go about finding keywords for that topic?
Yeah, so a couple of useful tools I can tell you guys about actually. But let's say if I'm doing a particular product and this is going to be my money page, so my review article. So my article, the main keyword will be whatever the product name is, review. So obviously that's going to be the name of the article. It's a keyword with such a high level of buyer intent. Say you're promoting an email marketing program like Get Response. You'd say Get Response, review. And then you put something, to entice people's attention into the title. But then I'll take that keyword or just get response as a keyword, and I'll go onto a free website called LSI Keywords, the LSI Keyword Generator. So there's a couple of different versions of the site, but you can put your seed keyword in there, and they will give you semantically, I think they're called related keywords.
That's right.
That people also use. So you might well have told your guys, your subscribers about it before, but I found that to be a really useful tool. So I'll take my main keyword, find some, LSI related keywords around it. And then I'll do a manual search as well on Google. So I'll search and I'll look at the top 3 competitors. So I'll only be interested in looking at a competitor's site if I think their site is comparable to mine, and I'm going to be able to reproduce the sort of content that's already there. So if it's a forum or something like that, then chances are I'm not going to be able to, build out a similar or rank in the same sort of way as they are. So I'll have a look at their articles, look at their titles, look what they've discussed, and then I will build out, before I write any article, a keyword and title plan. So then it's a point where I just fill in the gaps and make sure I've covered all the topics that anyone would want to know within that subject, definitely.
Brilliant. Okay. And your content strategy, like how many kind of articles do you go for? Like, what's your kind of approach on that? Are you trying to just relentlessly continually build articles across your sites, or do you have like a limit that you're trying to cap out at?
Yeah, so I don't really have a limit. I usually aim for, when I first started, I thought, right, get the website to 30 pages. I've done that with all of my sites. Anything I've done, I've aimed for a minimum of 20, 30 pages. Obviously, it depends on the niche you're in, what you're going for. If you're trying to build an authority or community-based site, then you're going to need 100, 200 articles, dependent on your niche. But on a smaller topic, you could probably get away with 20, 30. But then on a monthly basis, I'll look at, what I want to achieve in that month. And I'll say, right, I want to get, 6 articles onto the blog. I want to, maybe get 3 articles onto that blog. So I'll map it out on a month by month basis and just make sure I'm filling it with content, basically. So that's sort of what I'm going for on all sides at the moment, really, just content.
Brilliant. And in regards to your health related niche, are you currently writing all the content for that, or are you hiring writers?
Yeah, so I probably write 50%. Other than that, I have been using, so Warren Wheeler has a content writing service on Authority Rocket. So I found that to be pretty good. I have also found and worked with quite a few writers on Upwork. I know previously when we were chatting before, you mentioned iWriter and ProBlogger. I'm definitely interested in checking out those sites, but the big thing I don't struggle with, but I just want to make sure that the articles I'm putting out aren't just naff. I need to make sure that the content is of a top quality. So on quite a few occasions, I've had writers write stuff, and I've just even me going through, spending a few hours trying to piece it all together, it just wouldn't work. So I'd have to say, look, sorry, that's not good enough, and move on to maybe someone that is used to writing in that particular area. Upwork's been pretty good, but they're really the places I go, and probably I'm writing maybe 50%.
If you do use places like iWriter, what I tend to do as well is always give them all the subheadings. I never mentioned that on your interview. I always give them all the subheadings. So I go and research the different topics. Like when I go and check the related searches and understand the intent, then I know exactly what the person wants to read about. So all they do is go fill in the blanks. So I actually put in the time and go give them the bulleted subheadings, and then they just fill in the blanks, and make up the level of content that I'm looking for. All right, so that way they can't mess it up in that sense.
No, I like that. I'll remember that.
Yeah, so they follow the right structure. But so in regards to your actual, like your headline and click-through rate and areas like that, how do you ensure that you get, you know, a pretty good click-through rate? So how do you make your titles enticing enough for people to click? And how do you go about, you know, just writing your headline in general?
Yeah, so usually what I'll do is I'll try and, you know, I suppose it's using sentences that are slightly clickbaity, but
Yeah.
not ones that look really spammy. So it's a really good question, and I do it really on a case-by-case basis. So it really is going to be relevant to the product or the article itself. I want to write something, you know, that's going to almost make the reader think, oh, like, what's he talking about there? Or a little bit of mystery in there. You know, maybe something brackets, things I wish I'd have known, or, you know, you won't believe X, Y, Z, that sort of thing. I like to try and entice something that I can back up in the article. So I need to make sure that, yeah, I can cover it within the first couple of paragraphs. But just something, you know, maybe what I've learned after spending X, or what I've learned after using, an alternative, something like that. Yeah.
And do you measure the data on your click-through rates, like in impressions to clicks ratio? Do you do that?
I mean, probably not as much as I should. I do use Google Search Console, and I'll look at the top performing queries, pages, mainly the queries, and I'll just see, oh, okay, I'm getting traffic for this and that. And then if there's one where I'm getting quite a lot of impressions, but the clicks aren't there, then I'll go and play with the title and change, you know, try and make it a bit more clickbaity. But in answer to that, probably not as much as I should, Leon, but I do a little bit, yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. Now, just to decipher your whole content approach, what sort of length of content do you go for, and how do you gauge what range you need to be in?
So what I'll usually do is look at the top 3 to 5 positions on Google for my search term. And I will use a word count checker just to see. And I always want to make sure I'm writing probably 20% more than, you know, the highest person on there. So average length probably for my articles is about 2,500 words. But there are, I think the longest one we've had on any of our sites was about 19,000 words, which obviously is quite a big article. Takes a lot of time to write those sorts of articles. But yeah, it really does depend on the keyword. And if I think, I'll look at a keyword and look at the word count, you know, that I think I'm going to have to go for before I decide on what articles and what content I'm putting out next. Because the more words you write, either the more time or the more money it's going to cost you. So yeah, case by case, on average, probably 2,500 words.
Brilliant. Okay, and now that we've discussed a bit of your on-page strategy, how about your off-page? Are you building any backlinks? Do you use Web 2.0s? Are you using any kind of infographics that you share about? Or is it just a natural approach that you take to your SEO strategy?
Yeah, so I suppose now it's probably more of a natural approach. When I first started the health site, I built out about 5 Web 2.0s. I think 2 of them have been shut now. I don't know really why, but I managed them all on a spreadsheet just so I'd remember login details and put together about 6 or 7 articles on each Web 2.0. So I started with that, and that was one of the first things I did. Then I started doing blog comments. Just obviously a lot of them are no followed, but I did a bit of that, and I have sort of used some guest post outreach services as well on sites like Legit and Conquer, and mixed results. I've found some pretty good links, but also some quite spammy ones. The majority of the link building now, I try and keep you know, on the whole sort of genuine relationship side of things. So if I know a software provider, or if I've got a relationship with my affiliate account manager, then a lot of the time I'll speak to them and see if there might be a chance for me to write on the actual product's blog. A lot of the time, these are big sites, and I found quite a bit of, I've managed to get some decent links by doing that. Genuine relationship building. That's the majority of it now.
Okay, and how do you go about outreaching, with those people? How do you reach out to them to get in contact and build those relationships?
So, like I say, a lot of the time I might have an existing relationship, in which case I can speak to them. And if I am speaking to them and asking them for the opportunity to write on their blog, I'll always make sure I include a few article ideas I had, and almost pictures. And I've found a lot of success when I've also shown them another guest post I've done on maybe one of their competitors' sites, or an authoritative site, so that they can see, oh, okay, these guys, they're a proper outfit. If they're writing for, that big blog or that big website over there, then they should be okay for ours. So a little bit of social proof. Otherwise, the cold outreach stuff, I've never really had massive success with it, maybe 2 or 3, but just trying to genuinely show the webmaster that I have a guest post or an article that their audience would enjoy, rather than going for the link, go for the almost value side of it. I've actually got something genuinely valuable that I could add to your blog. But it is much harder, the whole cold outreach stuff.
And you're not using anything like social shares or PBNs or anything like that at all?
No. I've never used the whole private blog network route, and I think I almost think of it as a little bit sort of too grey hat, too black hat, because to me, I just think there probably will be a time where Google can decipher. I don't know how they'll be able to do that, or if they will, but if there is, I don't want to be relying on those sorts of links. I just don't know enough about it to sort of trust using things like that. So none of those. I have done some social shares. I think in the past I found a service on Legit or Conquer when I first started the site. So I definitely got some social shares out there before I built any links.
All right. And your internal linking strategy, like, do you use any silos or anything across your sites? Well, predominantly your health site. Do you use any silo structure across that site, internally linking in order to favor the search engines?
So and what I quite like is, if you can put out enough bits of content on a particular topic, you can almost force Google to rank you for those particular search terms. They see that you're an authoritative on that subject, and I found good results with that. There's a tool I'm sort of meaning to check out called, I think it's called Link Whisperer or Link Whisper. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Spencer Hawes,
That's it. Excuse me. So what I just try and do, I suppose, internally is link naturally to other bits of content. I won't just link to something for the sake of it. If it's relevant to the paragraph, relevant to the topic, then I'll include a link, and I'll just try and naturally link to it with a little bit of text or wording like click here or read now or something like that. So more of a natural structure where it makes sense.
Brilliant. And how old are your sites? Like, how long have you had your sites? What's the oldest one you have?
So the oldest one is probably coming on 2 years now. One's about, they're both about 2 years actually. The third that's a little bit older, but it doesn't really do much in terms of, in comparison to the other two. That one's about 3.5 years old, actually. So a bit of a mixed bag.
All right.
Yeah.
And how long did it take you to make your first sale with your first affiliate website?
So I think it actually took about 4 or 5 months, which sounds pretty slow for some people, but as a complete sort of beginner, I was just pleased to make the sale. But about 4 or 5 months. It took quite a while.
Yeah. Brilliant. Okay, and do you think that was because of like the sandbox period, or do you have any methods or strategies that you can recommend to anyone to get out of the Google sandbox quickly? And that's just for anyone who doesn't know what the Google sandbox is. It's when Google withholds your site from being shown in the search engine results pages until they feel that they can ethically trust your site enough to show it up and, you know, present that content to the searchers. So, yeah, do you have any tips for getting out of it? And did you experience a long time in it?
So, yeah, I think so. I mean, all the niches I've ever gone into are quite competitive. So I thought it was probably a lot to do with the fact my site didn't have any clout with the search engines. But I just focused on, and I would say to anyone starting out, focus on filling it with content. Maybe set up some social profiles, order some social shares before you start any link building, but just try and fill your site with content and join the conversation. If you go onto the likes of Reddit or Facebook groups and you can genuinely provide your article to someone as a useful resource, not because you want them to buy your affiliate product, but certainly in Google's eyes, I think I found anyway, if there was some social activity and the more content I put on, that was when I started to see traffic, and I didn't really see much traffic for the first 2 months.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was what I would say to anyone.
Brilliant. Okay, so just to kind of start wrapping it up, what's your kind of your outlook for moving forward with your site now, particularly the health site? What's your approach of how you're going to take it to the next level? What's the plan?
I think I'm just a sucker, I suppose, for content. I've just got in my head that if I can get the site to, 150 pages, then it's going to be a big site. So I suppose for me, just focusing on filling it with content, but like you say so often, content that people actually want to see. So I suppose now as the site's starting to get a little bit of momentum, maybe going for those slightly more difficult keywords, but not the really difficult ones. But focusing the site, I suppose, on the whole content side of things. I think when I started out, I couldn't get my head around backlinks and link building. I could, but I just couldn't work out, well, how can you actually get these people to do it? But although they're important, I think that, for me, just content, get up to that 150 page mark for sure.
Brilliant. And just rolling off that, is that what you would give as advice to someone new? Because there's a lot of people who watch this YouTube channel that are very new to SEO and very new to blogging. You've obviously got a pre-existing background in internet marketing altogether. For someone who's a complete novice to this field, what would you recommend them as a tip, or tips that you could give if they wanted to get involved in this? Like, what outlook or what strategy or what should they kind of approach this like?
I would say the same advice that was given to me: aim for 30 pages of content and keep your content focused on, I know one specific topic. There's only so much you can write about, but keep it relevant. When I started, I think, although I was doing quite a bit of content, I wasn't keeping the laser focus. So focus on putting out a load of content in one area, get to 30 pages and just be patient. Don't expect to suddenly be able to quit your job unless you've got, serious expertise. I had a little bit of background, knowledge and research and experience, but I'm still a long way off, being able to do, obviously I do work for myself on the sense that I have a physical product business, but on the affiliate marketing side of things, I tell myself all the time, just be patient and just appreciate what you're learning. And that way you're not going to be set up to be frustrated, just more motivated.
Of course. Just before we finish, do you have any questions for me at all, Nick? I think, well, actually on the other channel, on the other video we did for my channel, I think I asked everything there, to be honest. But I suppose the only question maybe to see if
maybe in 6 months' time, something like that. If you're up for another catch-up call to say where each other have got to, and do something similar again for the channel, if you'd be up for that.
Definitely.
Awesome.
I'd be up for that. It's been really good. If someone wanted to reach out to you, anyone watching this video, how would they go about doing that?
Yeah, so head over to the eBusiness Boss YouTube channel. Check us out there. If you've got any questions, you can leave a comment on any video. We'll always try and help you guys out. The same for the blog, ebusinessboss.com. You can send an email through there. And yeah, if you guys have got any questions or you want help with anything, contact me through there, and I'll be more than happy to see if I can help you guys out.
Brilliant. And are you offering any services on Amazon FBA there as well, or do you teach anything on that? Or
we don't. We do also have a subreddit called Amazon FBA Help. So, but we don't have any products or services for people at this point in time. I think what we're focused on is building a community of entrepreneurs, and we might consider building out some sort of product or service for them later down the line, but at this point in time, it's just a community. So yeah, it'd be great to have you guys in.
Brilliant. All right then, cheers, thank you, and I'll see you in a bit.
Thanks, Leon. See you soon. Cheers.